Good morning from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Dr. Kemi Omolodunlayo, Nigerian journalist, pharmacist, and PR specialist. Today is Saturday, the 12th of December, 2020, and I woke up to a lot of bad news this morning. 2020 has been a very bad year when it comes to losing loved ones, beautiful people, friends, family, associates. I want to talk about Dapo Ojora because there's a lot of articles going on social media about Dapo's death, and it needs to be clarified to where it needs to. I am a journalist, even though I've announced that I'm going to be going into health, medical, and science, going back to my other profession, which is going to border around medical news as well. And what you're reading in the papers is that Dapo Ojora has died. I'm seeing socialite Dapo Ojora, this one Dapo Ojora, and some family sources telling the media certain stories about a gun being accidentally discharged and that he committed suicide and this and that. Well, let me just talk to you the way it is because I'm very distraught right now. Dapo has been a friend of mine since childhood. Femi Fani Kayode and I haven't seen each other for 38 years. And that borders around the fact that I spent 32 years in the US and didn't come home for 22 years out of that. Since I've been home, Femi and I have been talking a lot on the phone, on Instagram, and DMs and everything. But he will tell you how close we are. Femi has probably known Dapo for 50 years. It's shocking to all of us. What has happened here, but this is what I'm going to tell you about what happened in the latest, okay? I'm going to tell you as a journalist will tell you, because I've done a little bit of investigating and looking for answers, in the last 6 hours. The time right now is, let me just give you a time, 11 o'clock. So since 5 a.m. I've been doing a lot of investigations, calls, and emails and things. Dapo Ojora is Toyin Saraki's brother. Toyin is Toyin Ojora. Like I said, we grew up together. All of us went to school in London, UK, things like that. That's where I met the Sarakis, Baby and Bukola, and Toyin Ojora, their mom, Auntie Ojuolape, and their dad, OtunbaKunle. You will know them as Erelu, Ojuolape Ojora, and OtunbaKunle Ojora. Very, 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 very shrewd, very interesting, very respected business people. They raised their children well. They raised their children, into fine people. Toyin Saraki, Toyin Ojora, actually became a first lady in Nigeria, and she also became the wife of a Senate president. So Toyin has NGOs. She does quite a lot of things, and that family is highly devastated today. Now let me talk about the part with Patricia, because a lot of you are saying this and that. Everybody in the media, okay, will not report what I'm going to report to you. A lot of media papers, newspapers, and all that is going to tell you, the cocoa of the aura and everything. And they don't want to cross borders and offend anybody. But it is what it is. Dapo committed suicide. I'm not a family spokesperson. Dapo killed himself. He blew his brains out. He shot himself with a gun in his head. And it hurts all of us. People that knew him. Dapo was a great person. Let me tell you the situation. He was going through a very bad divorce, a bad marital thing with his wife Patricia. Every one of us knew that. Please, if you're a man, don't kill yourself because of a woman. Yes, I have that whole series called Marriage is a Scam. I get into fights with people over that. I've never been married, but I see this kind of stories coming out. It hurts me. It hurts me. Share this video. Let everybody else see it. We all are going through something that we may not be able to tell the next person, to tell our children in the next room, to tell our boss at the job, to tell our friends, to tell our family. I have things I'm going through. And Dapo had things he was going through. And I'm only speaking from my own experience, opinion, and what I know. Their daughter, Tara, the one that had the nice big wedding, I hear Tara found him. I don't know about a suicide note or anything, but Dapo took his own life. Let me just tell you one thing right now. I do remember when Dapo had that accident on the power bike. You know, that whole motor power bike thing, these things are like dangerous, but you have to be careful. I've gone through it with Sean Kingston when he was my client. Remember the jet ski accident? And even, Uncle Olufemi Shegun, Yanikuti's ex-husband, who also died from injuries from a power bike or a motorcycle bike, these bike things. Dapo had a very bad injury from that, accident, and he was dealing with that. When you're dealing with injuries, pain in your body, pain in your brain, I said to myself, could he have taken his life because of the frustration with that? And then I thought about the marital issues. But whatever it is, Dapo, you are free now. You are free now. I haven't spoken to anybody. It's almost impossible to get through to anybody. I want to tell the whole Ojora family, Auntie and Uncle Kunle and Erelu, Ojuolape, they're not supposed to be burying Dapo. They're not. We're supposed to be burying our parents. Toyin, please, stay strong and take heart. That was Toyin's older brother. And I remember we lost Becky. We grew up with them in the UK, Becky Ojora, that's another brother that Toyin lost. How can the parents bury two children in their lifetime? It's very hard for me. Bukola Saraki, and everybody in the family of Saraki Ojora, my condolences. I cannot hide my thoughts. Since I moved to Lagos last year, that has been I'm talking about very supportive, very kind. I'll miss him. I will definitely miss him. It's very tough for me today getting up. Two great people, Sam and Isaiah of leadership, also died. I've been trying to get what killed Sam. Everybody's reading it. Leadership newspapers, the pharmacist and the media publisher. Sam died after a brief illness. That's what's in the news, even in leadership. But I went past, the news as an investigative journalist. Sam was alive and well yesterday, and by 11 p.m., he died. Collapsed, died, just like that. What illness? What brief illness? I don't know. 2020, please. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.